Waterloo, Jefferson Area, and Clear Fork meet on the Nordson Academic Challenge.
Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. And now, here's your host from News 5, Rob Powers.
Hi, everybody. I am Rob Powers. Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. The challenge today, very simple. These three teams compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics as well. First, we take a look at the team standings because the top 5 scoring teams this season will share in a total of $20,000 in grant money from Nordson. The top 3 scoring teams will then return. They'll come back for our championship finale and compete for a top grant of $6,000 for their school. We get started with our opening match. It's called the lightning round. In this round, all 3 teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We subtract 10 points for an incorrect answer or no answer. We start each team with 100 points. Everybody ready? Here we go. I hope you'll all fly through these questions which relate to flight or things that fly. Identify the following. This flying insect can spread Zika and malaria. Jefferson.
Mosquito.
Mosquito, correct. Gothic cathedrals often have this flying masonry support. Jefferson.
Flying Dutchman.
Flying buttress is the answer there. Flying buttress. This was the plane Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic in Waterloo.
Spirit of St. Louis.
Spirit of St. Louis, yes. The words first in flight were once on license plates in this Tar Heel state. Jefferson.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Often found in caves, this is the only mammal that can fly. Jefferson area.
Bat.
Bat, correct. This is the meaning of the abbreviation UFO. Clear Fork.
Unidentified flying object?
Yes, it is. This orange and black bird names the Major League Baseball team from Waterloo.
Oriole.
Oriole, correct. In 1947, this Air Force pilot broke the sound barrier. Sound barrier, 1947. Answer? Chuck Yeager. Chuck Yeager. This type of fly can spread African sleeping sickness. Answer? The tsetse fly, the tsetse fly. And for our final lightning round question, we go to Heather Berenson from the National Park Service.
With its wooded wetlands and rebounding fish population, the Cuyahoga Valley National Park has once again become a nesting place for what type of raptor, the national bird of the United States?
There we go, Jefferson area.
Bald eagle.
The bald eagle, that's correct. And that's our start, huh? That's the end of our round. We'll be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this.
Nordson is pleased to sponsor Academic Challenge. As a premier global industrial technology company, our products are used in everything from automobiles to electronics to medical devices. At Nordson, we have been giving back to communities for 30 years. We support educational programs that teach students from preschool through high school about science, technology, engineering, and math, and we offer scholarships in these fields. At Nordson, we thrive and grow because we innovate. We need you, the best minds of Northeast Ohio, innovating here. Good luck to all of the participants.
Today's judge from Cuyahoga Community College is Special Project Manager Michelle Dooley. Michelle, thanks for being here. All right, welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Time now to get back underway with hot picks. One at a time, I'll ask each team 8 questions. Correct response in this round is worth 20 points. There's no penalty here for a wrong answer, and any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive those big 25 bonus points. First up, the team from Waterloo. Waterloo offers challenging academic classes and a variety of athletic programs, along with extracurricular activities, including Pep Club, NHS, and band. And to pick your questions tonight, we go to Kate from Jefferson Area. 1 through 4, Kate.
3.
3. All righty, here we go. Waterloo, these questions just for you. All set? The banana police, from whom there is no appeal, will fine you if you illegally import bananas in what country? The smallest continent.
Australia.
Australia, correct. Scientists got quick results when they were able to observe in a zeptosecond, 1/60th of a second, changes to what kind of atom whose symbol is He?
Helium.
Helium, correct. A golden chariot served as a throne for the king of Axum, an ancient African kingdom situated on what colorfully named sea that separates Africa from Asia?
The Black Sea.
The Red Sea, the Red Sea. All right, let's go to the monitor now. Here is your science question. Some substances will burn in an atmosphere containing only which of these gases that is even more reactive than oxygen?
Nitrogen.
Fluorine. Fluorine is the answer there. The Third Servile War or the Gladiators' War are both names applied to the revolt led by what Roman slave in 72 BC? Roman slave. Answer? Spartacus. Spartacus. In the current Broadway adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird, Jeff Daniels plays the part of what central figure? Scout's father.
Atticus.
Atticus Finch, correct. Let's go back to the monitor. Here is your math question. Please reduce this expression to its simplest form.
10bx cubed.
10x cubed.
Oops.
Just 10x cubed. All right. Finally, St. Patrick drove the snakes from Ireland, but a Maori god did the same for what Pacific nation whose capital is Wellington?
New Zealand.
New Zealand is correct. Way to go, Waterloo. All right. We move on now to our next team. Team number 2, Jefferson Area. Jefferson Area offers a comprehensive curriculum featuring a wide range of courses and student organizations, along with opportunities for College Credit Plus and dual credit courses as well. And for your questions, we go to Caden from Clear Fork. Caden, we have 1, 2, and 4.
4.
4. Here we go. Jefferson, these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. Hawaii is the only U.S. state that produces what crop of special interest to Starbucks?
Coffee beans.
Coffee, of course it is. In 1775, the Second Continental Congress sent George III a petition named for what branch carried by a dove of peace?
Olive.
Olive branch, correct. Phyllis Wheatley, an early African-American poet, wrote her first poem at age 14, praising what famous Ivy League university in Cambridge, Massachusetts?
No, it's not. It's Princeton. No.
Answer? Excuse me?
Yale.
Harvard. Harvard is in Cambridge. Let's go to the monitor. Here is your science question. Which of these chemical compounds is not organic? Answer?
Thyroxine.
Hydrogen chloride is the answer there. The city of San Diego gets half its water, billions of gallons every year, from what river that in earlier times carved out the Grand Canyon?
The Colorado River.
The Colorado River, yes. Modern doctors might approve of what Shakespeare character that had a lean and hungry look, according to Julius Caesar?
Brutus.
Cassius. Cassius, let's go back to the monitor. Here's your math question. We ask you to evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
2.
2, correct. That's a lot of numbers up there. All right. One of the major naval battles of World War II involved the sinking of the German battleship named for what 19th century German chancellor? Answer?
No answer.
The Bismarck. The Bismarck. Way to go, Jefferson Area. Okay. Team 3 tonight, the team from Clear Fork. Our final competitors, students at Clear Fork, participate in athletics, mock trial competition, numerous musical and artistic contests as well, along with several clubs and organizations. For your questions, we come back to Sarah. Sarah, 1 and 2 are left.
2, please.
2. All right, Clear Fork, these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. The princess in Sleeping Beauty is sometimes given what first name that precedes Borealis in the term for the Northern Lights?
Aurora.
Aurora, correct. According to English law, you can be fined if you are caught in Trafalgar Square feeding what kind of bird that can be homing or carrier?
Pigeon.
Pigeon, correct. George Washington once chose as the Army's daily password the name of what patron saint of Ireland who supposedly drove the snakes out of the country?
Saint Nick.
St. Patrick. St. Patrick. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your science question. Which of these terms refers to a mixture of tiny solid particles dispersed in a liquid which will settle on landing?
Suspension.
Suspension, correct. Medical patients owe a debt to what 19th century English woman who founded the modern nursing profession and was called the Lady with the Lamp? Answer? Florence Nightingale. Oh my gosh. Hemingway's Farewell to Arms and Eric Maria Remarque's All Quiet on the Western Front both portray soldiers in what early 20th century war?
World War I.
World War I, correct. Let's go back to the monitor. Here is your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
72.
72 is correct. Fewer than 100,000 people live in what small country located in the Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain? Picture that map in your head. Answer? Andorra. Andorra. And that's the end of that round. All right, we'll be back with more questions and more answers right after this. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, we recap the scores so far. In third place right now with 200 points, it's the team from Waterloo. And we have a tie in first place with 210 points. Jefferson Area and Clear Fork, both with 210. So as you can see, real tight game. Anything can happen now. It's time for the picture perfect round. Every correct answer here is worth 10 points. A wrong answer here or no answer will cost you 10 points. All three teams play in this round. So, hands on your buzzers, eyes on the monitor, and here we go. Located just south of New Orleans, this industrial complex is located on what major river that empties into Waterloo?
Mississippi.
The Mississippi, correct. Illuminated in the center of this 13th century manuscript is a Hebrew word from what second book of the Bible? Waterloo.
Exodus.
Exodus, correct. Several hundred dolphins inhabit the Indus River in what Asian country, whose capital, Waterloo?
India.
Pakistan. Pakistan. Look at the monitor and solve for X. Anyone? The answer? 4. 4. Next up, these beautiful crystals are rhodochrosite, a mineral which is mainly a carbonate of what element whose symbol is Mn? Waterloo.
Manganese.
Manganese, correct. You might want to check these coordinates if you plan to skydive in what ancient amphitheater in Rome? Clear Fork.
Parthenon.
The Colosseum. The Colosseum. This Crab Nebula is 6,000 light years from Earth in what constellation? Named for the zodiac sign of the bull. Waterloo.
Taurus.
Taurus, correct. In this issue of Cleveland Magazine featuring World Eats, we learn that ingredients such as lemongrass, coconut milk, and curry are typically part of what country's cuisine? Jefferson.
India.
Thailand. The continuation of that question, where Bangkok is the capital. Thailand. All right, that's the end of our round, and we will be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this. All right, let's welcome the team advisors from Clear Fork. It's Stacy White. From Jefferson Area, Doris Hasper here today. And from Waterloo, we have Greg Dugan. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. That's great. All right, now it's time for our Mix It Up round. One at a time, I ask each team 6 questions. Correct response worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer here. Any team answering all 6 questions correctly receives what? 25 bonus points, right? First team up, Waterloo. All set? Here we go. Choose one word from each column, and you'll name what annual horse race, the first of the Triple Crown events.
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby, yes. A person who is genial can best be described by which of these adjectives?
Friendly.
Friendly, sure. You can clean up with 20 points by rearranging these letters to name what sort of 3-pointed spear used by the sea god Poseidon.
Trident.
Trident, correct. Here you have 2 different definitions for what same word?
Pine.
Pine, correct. There you go. Which of these words best describes the British military practice that angered the United States and was a factor leading to the War of 1812?
Enlistment.
Impressment. Impressment. This is the credo of what winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, the chief religious leader of Tibet?
No answer.
The Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama. Way to go, Waterloo. All right. Next up, the team from Jefferson Area. All set? These questions just for you. Here we go. Choose one word from each column here, and you will name what Scottish place where a legendary monster has been sighted periodically.
Loch Ness.
Loch Ness, correct. Which of these adjectives would be the best synonym for lukewarm?
Tepid.
Tepid. You can get rid of the ache here by rearranging these letters to name what leopard-like animal that can run as fast as 60 miles per hour.
Cheetah.
Cheetah. What same word fits both of these definitions?
Mint.
Mint, yes it is. Theodore Roosevelt won the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to end which of these wars?
The Franco-Prussian War.
The Russo-Japanese War. Rudyard Kipling wrote this description of what structure at Agra, India, that Shah Jahan built as a tomb for his wife.
The Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal is correct. Way to pull it out. There you go. And we move on to the team from Clear Fork. All set? These questions just for you. Here we go. With one word from each column, see if you can find what piece of furniture associated with King Arthur's court.
Round table.
Round table, correct. Which of these phrases best describes someone who is emaciated?
Overly enthusiastic.
Very thin is the answer. Not everything has a price tag. Rearrange these letters and you will name what section of an orchestra that contains the drums.
Percussion.
Percussion, correct. What same word fits both of these definitions?
Single.
Single is correct. In the famous World War II photograph of our flag being raised on Iwo Jima, the event was taking place on which of these mountains?
Suribachi.
Suribachi is correct. This line from a poem by what man better known for his Revolutionary War pamphlets like Common Sense? Answer?
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine is correct. Way to go. Way to pull it out. That's the end of this round. We'll be back with our final and deciding grab bag round. It's going to be fun right after this.
To stay up to date on everything academic, visit us online at news5cleveland.com/academic challenge and watch full episodes on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and other devices.
And we welcome you back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we get any further, we're going to take a look at the scores because it is so tight right now. If you haven't been paying attention, check this out. With 300 points right now, Jefferson Area. With 300 points right now, Clear Fork. And with 310 points, Waterloo. 10 points separate three teams. This is it. Time for the grab bag round. In this free-for-all, every correct answer is worth 20 points. But a team will lose 20 points for a wrong answer or no answer. We also have some visual questions. Those will be worth 30 points. But be careful with those because an incorrect answer will cost you 30 points. Again, this is for all three teams, and this is for all the marbles. All set? Here we go. Some of the same math principles used in modern computers have been used for centuries in what hand-operated Asian calculators made of beads and wire. Jefferson.
Abacus.
Abacus, correct. Under the Townsend Acts, American colonists were forced to pay taxes on what silicate product that is actually a supercooled liquid? Waterloo.
Tea.
Glass. Glass is the answer there. This year, caramel chocolate chip cookies have joined Thin Mints and Samoas sold by Jefferson.
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scouts, correct. Let's go to the monitor here. To see an orangutan in its native habitat, you might have to go to what third largest island where you find the Sultanate of Brunei? Jefferson.
Borneo.
Borneo, correct. They learned nothing and forgot nothing, said one historian about what royal French dynasty with an alcoholic name? Jefferson.
Bourbon.
Bourbon, correct. Choice now, which of these is heavier? A hydrogen nucleus, an alpha particle, or a beta particle? Yes, Clear Fork.
A hydrogen nucleus.
An alpha particle is the answer there. In 1964, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Southeast Asia Resolution, a document also named for what gulf off the coast of Vietnam? Waterloo.
Gulf of Thailand.
Gulf of Tonkin. Gulf of Tonkin is the answer there. Let's go to the monitor. Here's a quote from what German author whose famous play Faust was written in German? Answer? Goethe. Goethe. It is appropriate that the letters USA are found at the end of the name of what American composer who wrote The Stars and Stripes Forever? Jefferson.
Brian Balmages.
John Philip Sousa. Sousa. 4 pi radians is the equivalent of how many degrees? Clear
720.
720 is correct. Literature fans are delighted there's a sequel in the works for what classic 1985 novel by Margaret Atwood? Jefferson.
The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale is correct, and that's the final buzzer. You got it just in there. All right, let's take a look now at our final scores. What a game. In third place with 270 points is the team from Waterloo. In second place with 300 points is the team from Clear Fork. And the winner of today's academic challenge with 390 points, the team from Jefferson Area. Congratulations. What a game. Be sure to join us next time. You never know what will happen. We'll be featuring teams from Brookside, Streetsboro, and Woodridge. I'm Rob Powers. We will see you soon for yet another Nordson Academic Challenge. Wow.
This has been the Nordson Academic Challenge.